You know, I like to complain a lot about the internet and what it does wrong and what's bad about the internet and how it's ruining communication and how it's making us less sympathetic human beings and how it's making us less tuned into the problems and the realities of other human beings. But goddamn, it's amazing sometimes. You know, this is the McDonald's cup. Yesterday somebody realized that, hey, if you put fingers on the mittens, it looks like somebody holding their ass open. And today, the internet provides this. That is just, mwah! That is just fabulous. So happy holidays. Warmest greetings from McDonald's coffee and this diarrhea asshole. That is just absolutely fabulous stuff. I'm Daryn Jones. This is Daryn Jones Live. We have a great show for you tonight. I'm going to put all my all calls out there. If you're in the chat, let me know who you are, what you're doing, where you're from. I'm live from Los Angeles, and if you're wondering why I'm looking down, it's because I'm sending all my tweets out. I'm doing all that. And welcome. We do this show 4 nights a week, Monday through Thursday, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, right here on YouTube. And our first story today is all about, oh man, it's about the media. Well, first of all, okay. Sorry, I'm sorry, guys. I need that as my backdrop if we're going to talk. A story went out on the old internet. Oh, by the way, okay, I have a follow-up on this. We're going to show the video of the Uber self-driving car going through the red light in a second. But to circle around and continue the thought about how great the internet can be sometimes when it delivers things like this, this is posted, it gets passed around. Then Joanne, who's always in the chat, who's a fabulous human being, who's a lovely member of our community, she sends me this. Don't worry, we are here, y'all. We are here. We are still up. Sometimes when you do the live feed, it does drop. It does drop, but we are here. Don't you worry. Okay, so here, I hope that works. Okay, so here we go. So this is the footage that was going around today. It's a self-driving Uber. It was passed around on the internet today. It's a self-driving Uber running a red light. Okay, so my concern is not necessarily... Well, first of all, we're going to watch the video and we're going to see what we think we see. But then we're going to get into the comments. Because you know how every day we talk about how media outlets, especially the local stuff, not all of it, a lot of it's great, but so much of it is just absolute shit. And we have to be smarter consumers of news. Let me show you how the sausage gets made. Let me show you how this video goes from the internet to every single news website on the planet. Okay, that's what we're gonna do today. So first of all, I just want to make sure everyone's here. And if you're in the chat, let me know who you are and what you're doing and where you're from. Welcome. And hit a like on this video if you don't mind. I would love you forever because that's very nice. And subscribe to my page. The support and response has been amazing. Okay, so we're gonna play this and then we're gonna get into, okay, how does it make it onto every single local newscast? Is what we see what we're seeing? So this supposedly takes place in San Francisco, California. What we're looking at is the dash cam of a taxi driver thing, a taxi, and he posted this thing of, don't worry, we're back. So if you zoom in a little closer, you can see clearly that it's got the old Uber top car thing. Okay, so that is the video. That's the video that everyone was so interested in today. We can keep running this thing. And of course, news people are going crazy about it because they want this footage. I think that's the end of it. Guy crosses, could have got hit. That's the, could have got hit. So what did we actually see? What if we have anything confirmed? It appears to be an Uber that went through the light. We'll look through it one more time. And I just want to make sure we're up and running here. If you're just joining us, I'm Daryn Jones. This is Daryn Jones Live. Welcome. The Illuminati is strong tonight. So much extreme glitching. Yeah, we've gone down twice. Our record, I think, is 3, but we do not stop in the show. Hop in the chat. Let me know who you are and what you're doing tonight. And welcome to Daryn Jones Live. I hope they fix it soon. Don't know why there isn't an electrician around on campus. Oh, Carly's having issues with heat. That's very sad. Well, get in the chat. Oh my God, that's funny, Daryn, says Jared. Awesome. So I want to see who's in the chat and let me know. Okay, so let's get back to this video. This is the Uber going through. We're going to watch it one more time, and then we're going to show you how all these local websites, your BuzzFeeds, your local NBC News, there's the stop sign. We all see it stopped. Very good. Okay, so that's the Uber car that goes through the red light, supposedly. That's what we're supposedly seeing. And then the hand wringing, and the stories can begin. Is Uber ready? Can they do it? And already, this report, Uber ordered to halt self-driving cars on San Francisco streets. So that's put up already. So in San Francisco, they wanted to make self-driving Ubers a thing. It's already been taken off the street, in part because of this video. But how does this video get fact-checked and put on every single local thing? If you scroll down in the comments, this is how you do it. NBC Bay Area. I hope you can see that. I can make it even bigger. Can we use this in our newscast and online with proper credit? Hi, Charles. Can you use our video in our newscast and online with proper credit? KTVU. Hi, Charles. I'm with ABC News. Did you shoot this video? Can we use it on all ABC platforms and partners with credit to you? Hi, Charles. KPIX is also interested in using this on. Has anybody asked him any serious questions? Has anybody fact-checked? And I know they'll go back and forth, but the race is now on to get this piece of video that everyone believes because of the title being Driverless Uber running red light. Now, all of these outlets, because they need content and they need the clicks and they know this is good clickbait. And look, I'm guilty of it too. I'm leading with because I know people will get excited about watching an Uber run through a red light. But this is how it works. Look. Hi, did you shoot the video? Hi, Charles. Nick from Australian news site 9. Is it okay if we run this video on our platforms? Hi, can you email Carolyn on BuzzFeed? We're also interested. So now all of a sudden, what we're going to see in the morning or tonight, you're going to see this video plastered everywhere. You're going to see this headline, Driverless Uber, self-driving Uber. What's going on? Do the Ubers drive themselves? What is it safe? Blah, 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 blah. All because of this 30-second video. And I guarantee you that these people have not necessarily fact-checked the video. Is it real? This guy's a taxi driver. Anybody putting any questions? That's a taxi company releases this video of the Uber who is killing taxi jobs. I'm not saying they're related. I'm just saying, where are the questions? These local shitty news sites, these websites are so desperate. They're all losing money like crazy. They need eyeballs. This is a perfect video to put on your site. It'll create some controversy, get a lot of comments, and away you go. Is it real? We don't know. But now the headline will be self-driving Uber running red light. And in fact, if you go, watch this. We'll do a little search here because guaranteed self-driving Uber red light. Let's see what comes up. Here we go. Oh, look who's first. Speaking of who's trying to capitalize, me. Okay, KTVU has already started it. Let's see what kind of information they're giving there. They've monetized it. Let's see what kind of information they're giving. Show more. Video given at KTVU by Luxor Cab. I think I know what's happening here. The Illuminati is desperate for us not to continue the show, and I'll tell you why. Because Uber, holy shit. Uber, I know what's going on. Uber's going to be part of the new administration. It's all tied together, you guys. No, we are back. Don't you worry. Yes, back. Don't you worry, guys. We are continuing the show. So, the question remains, I have a lot of questions about this Uber thing, and I don't think this kind of reporting does us any service, just by putting it up. Yeah, it's fine for like regular old YouTube channels to do it. That's totally fine. But what about news? Where are the real questions? Where are the questions about, is this safe? Can you hack these things? We're talking about hacking these days. Can you hack an Uber car to drive through red lights? Maybe we should be asking that question. I mean, they've already been pulled off the streets in San Francisco. Oh, and speaking of hacking news, Yahoo says 1 billion user accounts were hacked. Oh, is this the same case as what happened in September? No, 1 billion. First of all, I can't believe there are 1 billion people using Yahoo. But second of all, that is a huge number of people. What did they hack? Oh, they got names, they got birthdays, they got phone numbers. This is going to be the big story of 2017. Hacking all the information. Eventually, there's going to be a proper Gmail breach where all of our emails are going to be dumped on the internet and everybody will be searched. Just know that. Just know that. If you haven't deleted your emails, they will be fully searchable at some point in the next year. I 100% guarantee. And then on the old Snapchat, I'm always there doing the old... always. We're always there. Are we frozen? Tell me we're not frozen. What can you see, guys? No, you're good. Okay. I have a feeling that we are so close to uncovering what's under the rocks that the Illuminati is shutting us down tonight. I bet you that's what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. If you're just joining us, I'm Daryn Jones. You're watching Daryn Jones Live, and welcome everyone to the show. Okay, so if you want to be more part of it, dudes, I don't know why this is crashing so hard tonight, and I do apologize. Sorry. Okay, so where are we here? Okay, so let's get into this Wall Street Journal story. Okay, so let's look at this video. And I think it'll be painfully clear. They ask a lot of silly questions, but we should still watch it because it's pretty important stuff. Here we go. I bet we'll get an ad.
Is the American dream fading?
Yes. Is that the question? Oh, there's more. Okay. Yeah, I guess let's watch more.
Barely half.
And by the way, I just love how barely half of 30-year-olds earn more than their parents. What's the ad on the side? Hey, why don't you get shit-faced tonight because your life stinks? Here's a big old bottle of booze. Just suck that back, you sad, sad millennials. And don't think it's just millennials. If you're in your third, I mean, it's not easy anywhere. But specifically, young people, you're fucked. We're fucked.
Half of 30-year-olds earn more than their parents did at a similar age, according to new research by...
Okay, so let's look at that. 1970, 90% of 30-year-olds made, that's what this chart is saying. 30-year-olds who earn more than their parents. So in 1970, 90% of all 30-year-olds earned more than their parents. 90%, 9 out of 10. And you know there's a lot of fuck-ups. Okay, my parents are of that generation. Nothing totally special about that generation. Good people. But they were born at the exact right time. They were born where you could go to high school, get a high school degree, start into a company, get promoted, work for the same company your entire life, buy a house for very cheap, have one wage, support a family. Can't do that anymore. Then it starts to drift down, but it's 70% 1980. By the 90s at 60, it pops up at the dot-com boom, and then boom, we are in the dirt.
Economists and sociologists at Harvard, Stanford, and UC Berkeley. In 1970, 92% of American 30-year-olds earned more money than their parents did at a similar age.
Wow.
In 2014, that number fell to 51%.
So that's saying half of 30-year-olds make more than their parents. Half, that's it. It's supposed to get better every generation, and it's not.
Behind the enormous decline, the study doesn't provide specific reasons for the declining fortunes of younger Americans, but it generally blames the slowdown on economic growth.
That's it? There's got to be more to it than that. It can't just be the economy.
The widening income gap between the wealthy and the rest of...
I think that's probably a bigger thing. How about the CEO that earns 300 times what his workers make? If not more than 300 times. Look at the income. The income gap is absolutely outrageous.
Society and
How many industries have been disrupted in the last 5 years alone? It's unbelievable.
The declining ability of children to out-earn their parents is greatest in the Midwest, an industrial region that has been battered by greater import competition, especially from Japan and China. And
I wonder why Donald Trump won in the Midwest. I wonder if it had anything to do with any of this stuff. I wonder. Just going to let everyone know in the chat here. I wonder why when he said China's taking our jobs, why people actually felt that way. Oh.
And by technological changes.
And this is the big one. You're talking your self-driving Ubers, you're talking trucks who are doing long-haul trucking with no driver in them. You think you're going to go to McDonald's and talk to a human being in 2 years? No, it's over, man. Automation's taking over. And now they've got like, hey, maybe we can bring in the sustainable, what is it, the income where everyone gets a little bit of money every year? Because there's going to be no jobs for like regular working people. That's it. It's going to be like a class welfare thing.
It's especially stark among males. As of 2014, only 41% of 30-year-old men earned more than their fathers at a...
Boy, who voted for Trump? I wonder if there's any overlap between this category and Trump voters. The guy who said he'd bring back jobs and make it tougher on China.
A similar age. Economists say reversing the trend will be very difficult. If income distribution remains tilted toward the wealthy, they calculate it would take sustained growth of more than 6% a year.
I wonder if the very, very rich will give their share to other people. I wonder. About that for a second. Will super, super rich people give back to those who are struggling? Even though the super rich didn't really do anything more than be born at the exact right time and have some really awesome connections. Oh, sure, they're very, very... There's this idea out there that we all deserve to be doing what we love. No, that's not the case, and that's never been the case, okay? But what is the case is if you go to work every day, you probably should be able to pay for things. That seems fair. That seems right. And I want to know, if you're 30 or under, is this the case for you? Do you own homes? Do you have a house? Is that an option for you? I'm Daryn Jones. This is Daryn Jones Live. Here's what this show's all about, and welcome. I know I have a whole whack of new subscribers, new people following along. We do the show 4 nights a week right here on YouTube, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. If you come live, the chat is awesome. Let me open up the chat and see who's here. Here. Facebook.com/Daryn Jones. That's where we build the show each and every day, where I post stories, you post stories, and we knock it out of the park. We talk about them, we post them, whatever. Anything's up for grabs. Anything's up for grams. Oh my God. Basically, if you see a story on this live stream, it's been pitched on my Facebook, and then on Snapchat, and then like this page, subscribe to my page, because that's what we do. I have one more story to get into this. A lot of people are complaining about the baby boomers, and if you're 30, how things are going. It's unbelievable. One more story to get to, and then well, maybe I'm gonna save this one for, you know what? I'm gonna save this one for tomorrow. It's another little bit of news people. Very, very smug news people. So this guy rammed his car into a bunch of other cars, and these guys are just having a